Welcome back. Casey Weitzman is a therapist that actually specializes in dealing with gender identification issues. I didn't know there was a specialist that dealt with that.
There is, because I've been doing this for about 10 years, and so I call myself a gender specialist. And there are a few of us, but not too many.
Do exist. So help me with the definitions, because there are so many definitions. There's transgender, transsexual, transvestite, which I hear you're not supposed to say transvestite anymore. You say cross-dresser.
Cross-dresser,
so let's go through them.
Okay.
So transgender, what does that mean?
Transgender is someone who is trapped in the wrong body and who wants to transition. They don't necessarily have to go all the way and have the gender reassignment surgery, but they know that they want to transition and become a woman.
And live as a woman.
They want to live as a woman.
So what if they have the surgery? What is that called?
Then they like to still be called transgender. Some of them like to be called transsexual. And so I always ask the client, what would you like me to call you?
Okay.
So everyone wants to be called something different.
And then what about like pre-op, post-op?
Pre-op is, that's very big, that's how they're identified. Pre-op is that you've taken hormones, you might have had facial feminization, but you have not had the gender reassignment surgery.
Oh, so op is just?
Op is post.
Just the gender reassignment. It's
just
not
the gender, right.
Implants or anything.
Right, you can do all that and still be pre-op.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right. So is it more common today, like to go through the reassignment surgery?
It's more common because the doctors, almost all of them are male, are really great at designing a woman's body.
Because they're designing what they want.
They design
what they like.
That's right. That's right. So there's several of them in this country and several of them in Thailand, Montreal, and the surgeries are much more affordable in other countries than they are here, and our insurance pays for none of it in this country.
Wow. And I also heard that, well, we've been talking about passing and how important that is for people that are transgender to pass. And I've read that Asians tend to pass better.
Because they're usually smaller, they have less body hair.
Okay.
So they just, it seems to be easier. Their voices are usually softer. So
just
they have an easier time. Their feet are smaller. So
if someone is having a difficult time and, you know, with their families, with their hometowns, what do you recommend? What type of advice do you recommend?
Well, I think there's good and bad advice on the internet, so I tell people to see what they see, you know, with a grain of salt. But I really think it's most important that they find a therapist that is compassionate. And when we go to therapy school, they don't teach us much about transgender or gay and lesbian. So it's to find someone that is sensitive and caring, and then if you're not comfortable with it, I really ask therapists to refer you out to someone who is.
What about if they can't afford therapy? Are there things that they can do that don't cost?
There are clinics in LA that will see transgender clients for free. Sometimes they go to their church or local support groups. But yeah, sometimes you have to have some money to be able to get therapy.
What do you think of Alyssa's story, my first guest? She's 17 years old, going through this.
I think it's becoming more common that teenagers are coming out more because they do have the internet. They have television shows. I run a transgender women's support group, and what we talked about last night was that they didn't get to come out till they were 40, 50, or 60, because there was only Christine Jorgensen, who people may know. And she was, you know, it was a very long time ago. But books were kind of hidden in the back of the library. There was no internet, nothing in the bookstores. Now I think the kids have a much, they have a much better opportunity.
And it's amazing that, you know, we need more folks like you, because there's a lot of teens that are hurt, and there's a lot of people that are really going through this and feeling miserable right now. So you're very valuable.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back.